Hello, I'm Michael Cowes, the remedial massage therapist for Mount Barker and North Adelaide clinics, and in this video I'll be going over some massage techniques for the back, neck and shoulders. So the reason why I'm showing you these techniques to massage the back, neck and shoulders is that they are very common. Often the tightness in your shoulders and neck can result in many headaches, especially at the base of the skull, and ultimately having another person massaging you is going to be much more effective than trying to treat them yourselves, as it is quite awkward and often doesn't get the kind of results that you're hoping for. So for each of these techniques there are a couple of postural considerations, both for the person doing the massage and the person receiving the massage. So ideally for the person receiving the massage, the idea is to be as relaxed as possible. So some of these positions, for example, would be to be lying on their side with a pillow on their head, as well as seated at a desk, lying forward with their head and arms on a pillow themselves. As the massage therapist, the ideal postural stance is to be able to put as much body weight through as many different joints as possible. The idea behind this is to take the load off your hands and therefore save your joints and also prevent you from fatiguing through extended massage. So for example, if I'm just using the pads of my fingers, I'm ideally having a straight arm and wrist so that the force can travel through both fingers, the wrist, elbow joint and the shoulder joint, so all of that force is dispersed. Ideally this is you'll be able to put a lot more pressure into it and be able to last a lot longer as opposed to just relying on the wrist or even just fingers as well. So with any massage, if the client or person being massaged is in pain or if under even the lightest pressure they are saying that it's too sore or are contracting their muscles trying to move away, ideally just stop, call up the clinic and come in because there's something else going on that needs to be professionally looked at. So starting off with the back, neck and shoulders, the three main muscles we're going to be looking at are the rhomboids, currently coming up through from the shoulder blade into the spine, the traps, the big kite muscle throughout the whole top of the shoulders, and the levator scapula coming from the top corner of your shoulder blade all the way up into the neck, and that's primarily going to be the one that's responsible for so many headaches as well. So what I'm feeling for whenever I go through each of these areas is the knot, or more accurately the bunching up of the muscles. Often this will feel more tight or more solid than the rest of the muscle itself. And something as simple as just closing your eyes can help you feel for these areas as well. Now what I'm doing with my fingers is I'm making a pad like that, and I'm just making circles like that. Combining this in with making my arm as straight as possible and actually putting my body weight behind each of these little movements. So you can be doing circles if you have sorbeline or oil on hand. That's when you can be doing long dragging motions without any oil like we have here. It does have a little bit of friction and doesn't feel as good. The next technique we're doing along the actual muscle fibers. So just doing circles all the way up. Primarily this is where you're going to be feeling really sore through lots of desk work, driving cars, anything that pulls your shoulders forward. And even spots through here can even contribute to headaches if they get too out of hand as well. So if we move up to the traps themselves, whilst it may look like I'm putting a lot of force through my thumb in this position, I'm actually pulling with the pads of my fingers because I'm able to pull that back into the wrist as well, into the elbow and the shoulder as well. Often if your fingers are getting too tired, that's when you can move into doing some thumb work as well, give the fingers a break, but you'll find that the actual pinching motion of bringing the fingers to your thumb often gets more fibers involved, but also you'll be able to get quite a bit more stuck in as well for a longer time. Now the fibers of the traps have a whole bunch of different origins and insertions, meaning that due to the size of the muscle up through here, the fibers are running like that as they all come through from the shoulder to the spine. So doing cross fibers ideally is the most effective, and it's a lot harder to do the kind of long and it's a lot harder to do the long fibrous techniques through here without the aid of oil, as you'll be going along through here and then moving down in a different angle itself. The levator scap, we can see Dave's top of his shoulder blade here, starting off in through here, and it winds up and attaches right in through here. This is going to be that muscle that is responsible for many different headaches, and primarily where it attaches into, both in the shoulder blade and up into the neck, are going to be your sources of a lot of tension, knots, and the like. So just starting off, just doing circles, so a bit of cross fiber stuff through the origin of the scapula here. And then we can work up through here. Often through the actual belly of the muscle through here, you'll probably be working the traps as well as the levator scapula. And then as we come up through here, that's when we can start doing some cross fiber work. You can even do working through like this. It's your long fiber work as well. So as for the duration for any of these areas, ultimately we're trying to massage the area until we feel that it's relaxed, it's not as painful for the person, and we're feeling that bunching up, that solidness of the muscle has relaxed to some degree. Ideally, you can massage an area for around about 5 minutes or so before moving on. So I hope this video helped educate you on some home care techniques for massage. Ideally, these can be substituted after a long day or to tide you over in between appointments. If there are any questions, or if you find that the massages aren't giving the relief you need, please come on in and see me at the clinic.